Good morning, everyone. I was snapping my fingers to the music. Oh, I just love that little tune. Let me see who's all in here. Guys, I was going to play trivia this morning, and then I changed my mind. I changed my mind a lot about things. But one of the reasons is because of the trivia questions. When I started looking at the next few chapters of trivia questions, they are extremely hard. Really hard. If y'all remind me about at the end of my live stream, I'll read y'all a couple of them, see what y'all think. If y'all don't think they're too hard, we'll do them maybe Friday. We got a lot of topics to talk about this morning. Also, let me see who's all in here. Never Lose Hope, Jamie, Katie F., Shug, Cheryl, April, Mandy Hall, Lovable Rogue, Soccer Mom of One, Julie, Jacqueline, Mel, Faithful One. Did I say hi to Shug? I can't remember. Hey, Shug. Pretty bad when you can't remember what you done 2 seconds ago or what you said. It's pretty bad. My memory is getting really bad. Freaks me out sometimes. It's embarrassing, when I get on here and can't remember stuff. And it scares me. But anywho, how are y'all doing this morning? I hope everyone's having a good morning. I just been looking up true crime this morning. And Never Lose Hope, she sent me a bunch of stuff. She's really good about that when she comes across a topic. First, I think we'll talk about Madeleine, so I don't forget. I done a little update video, but the new suspect in Madeleine McCann's disappearance could be freed from prison. He could be paroled out. That don't mean he will get out, though. If he gets out, he's already a convicted pedophile, a predator. If he gets out, he will do something to another child or another woman. Teenager, you know what I mean? I guarantee he will do it. There's no rehabilitation for monsters like that. I got one, Lovable Rogue. I got a notebook. Yeah, I go through notebooks like crazy. I just went and got me a 5 subject the other day. I have to make notes, like if I want to tell someone something when they come into the chat, I'll make me a note, but sometimes I forget to look at the note. It's pretty bad. Now, some people are thinking that this Christian Bruckner, this new suspect, is a scapegoat. I don't know. I feel like it's a good possibility since he was in the area the night Madeleine disappeared, and he has a history. He's a predator. He used to break in people's homes. I think it's a good possibility that he could have took her. I'm going to pull up his ugly mug. Someone commented and said, hey, Christian Bruckner's not Madeleine. They must be into conspiracy theories, which is fine. That's fine. Anything's possible. Who knows? So crazy. Okay, here's something else. Madeleine McCann suspect may not be charged despite German prosecutor. Let me click on it because I can't finish the title. Okay. Madeleine McCann suspect may not be charged despite German prosecutors being convinced he's guilty. What is convincing them that he is guilty? They got to have some kind of evidence or something. This guy looks like a mean person. Let me see if I can screen share. My Wi-Fi went out this morning, so I don't know how well it'll do screen sharing. If my live stream was to end unexpectedly, my Wi-Fi went out. Okay. Let's look at his ugly mug. Ew. Ew, ew, ew. Christian B. was named as the prime suspect in the 3-year-old toddler's disappearance during her family holiday in Praia de Luz, Portugal, 2007. The German prosecutor, Hans Christian Walters, previously told The Sun that they had concrete evidence. Damn it, scrolled on me. Had concrete evidence that Madeleine was dead. He also said they had phone data that put him close to the apartment in Praia de Luz on Portugal's Algarve coast. I think it says that. Algarve. Where the 3-year-old was snatched from in May 2007 and appealed for any information which might help nail him. But now, in an astonishing U-turn, Mr. Walters has told a local newspaper, you also have to be realistic enough that the investigation may not lead to a charge for the murder of Madeleine McCann. It could be stopped if we fail to find the missing evidence. He also said, I am currently unable to predict the outcome of our investigation, but we are still convinced of the guilt of the accused and hope for further promising investigative approaches. I'm going to quit screen sharing that for a second. Okay. I lost my place. Okay, German investigators say they are sifting through 400 calls they received to the country's equivalent of Crime Watch after an appeal was broadcast 3 weeks ago, and an insider revealed much of what it was of little use. Mr. Walters, who is based in Braunschweig, where the German lived and ran a kiosk, said he was hopeful of finding other victims who have been sexually assaulted by the suspect, even if it meant they could not pin a murder charge on him. The dramatic developments will bring fresh heartbreak to Maddie's parents, Kate and Jury, and also highlight, once again, the problems of a multinational agency investigation with forces from Portugal, Germany, and Britain involved. Earlier this month, Mr. Walters said dealing with the Portuguese counterparts was cumbersome, before adding that cops in Praia were obsessed with the outlandish theory that Kate and Jury were involved in their daughter's abduction. Then it emerged one of 2 letters informing the McCann family of the investigation had failed to arrive after being sent from Germany to Scotland Yard, further adding to confusion and suggestions of disjointed handling. Christian B. is currently in prison serving 21 months on drug trafficking, but is eligible for parole and could be out as early as next week if an appeal to German's federal court succeeds. Oh, let me go back to screen sharing, and they've got a picture here that shows the resort and stuff that Madeleine's and her family were staying at. Hotel. So I also read this morning that, well, the Portugal police just think that the German authorities are just trying to pin this on this Christian B, that he's actually wasn't involved. Why would they do that, though? I mean, it's a possibility. They say that the van was planted, the picture, and all that. I'll see if I can find that article in just a second. Let me look at my chat, because I've been reading and have not seen anybody else that come in. TC. Good morning. Light Feather. Norma Star. Thank you, Meow Meow, for sharing that link. Appreciate that. I forgot to do it in my description. So what do you guys think? Do you guys think that this new suspect could have killed Madeleine, kidnapped her and killed her? I think it's a good possibility. If he was like near the hotel that night, they got cell phone data of that. I think it's a good possibility he's the one that did that. Because remember, a year and a half before Madeleine's disappearance, he broke into a lady's room, an American lady. She's like 72 years old, I think. Yeah, I think she was about 72 years old, and he raped her. He tied her up and raped her. He videoed it also. He also done a younger lady that way and had her tied up. She was begging for him to untie her. They allegedly have video footage of that. He recorded it, and then at some point, I guess someone stole the camera from him that knew him, and it got into the hands of the police. Julie, it's very possible. No way, Lovable Rogue says. I don't think it's him. Why not, Lovable Rogue? Tell me why. Hey, Baber. Okay, so how did they come in contact with the suspect? Why do they think it was him? Well, they said they have cell phone data. He was like right, not far from the hotel the night of Madeleine's disappearance. And he's a convicted pedophile. He's a predator. Mandy Hall. No, I don't believe. I believe he is not the one who took her. Really, he's a scapegoat. You know what, guys? Y'all might be right. I was just thinking, if they've got that cell phone data and they can prove that he was like nearby, then it was probably a good possibility he did it. But do they really have that cell phone data? So y'all's making me think now. Like, maybe they set this guy up because they want this case closed or something. Who knows? We're just going to have to wait and see. I'd like to see that alleged cell phone data, wouldn't you guys? Let's see what else it says. Okay, right here's the apartment. Police dogs alert to the blue sofa. Parents Kate and Jerry slept with two single beds together in that room. Single bed where Madeleine slept. Door patio, two cribs where twin Sean and Amelia slept. The window shutters were the main source of the investigation. Were the window shutters moved? That's something I don't know. Let's see. Now, from what I read yesterday, he denies any involvement with Madeleine's disappearance and murder. Of course, I mean, even if he really was involved, he's not going to admit to it. He's up for parole. Come on. I want to know what other kind of evidence this German authorities have. Let's see it. I mean, they're claiming they know for a fact that Madeleine's dead. How do they know that? Let's see the so-called evidence. I used to think the parents were involved. I hear my damn rooster. He's loud as hell. He's out there. Gosh, annoying. Irish Eyes. This is a lost opportunity. Yes. Well, I think they were going to question this guy a few years ago, and they call and tell him, try to get a hold of him. I can't remember if they actually got a hold of him or left a message, but the German authorities is like, hey, come in here. We need to talk to you about Madeleine McCann's disappearance. He never showed up. You don't alert suspects. You just show up and say, hey, we're going downtown. You need to answer some questions. I mean, I don't know if this case will ever be solved. I'm hoping, guys, that this new suspect is the right guy. I'm wanting it to be the right guy so bad for her parents and stuff. I mean, if they really weren't involved and this guy really did it, I don't know. Cadaver dogs made a hit in apartment. Blood under tiles in lounge. Really? See, I didn't know that. Gosh, y'all got me thinking now that this guy really is a scapegoat. I'm going to have to do some more research on this case. It's been a long time since I looked everything up and stuff. So I'm going to have to do some more research, refresh my brain. TC, no, I don't think Jerry and Kate were involved. Yeah, I mean, if there was blood in there, ever who took her could have maybe hit her or something and she bled before they left. But was the blood cleaned up? Or what? I'm going to have to look some stuff up today, do some research. Okay, so let's move on to crazy Lori Vallow, that freaking nut job, and her nutty friend, Melanie Gibb, and her stupid sister. And I say stupid because her sister put out a statement, and it was kind of, I wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have put out a statement like that. And I'll read it to you guys. I got some screenshots of it. Yes, the blood was cleaned up. Thank you, April Sunset. We'll see. That's really suspicious right there. Very suspicious. Someone that's breaking in, taking Maddie is not going to take time to clean up the blood. You wouldn't think. Oh, I know. I don't get what info they have. I'm still unsure what to think. Yeah, well, I'm doing some wishful thinking, I guess. Wishful hoping. I'm hoping and praying this is the right guy. Get some justice for Madeleine. Maybe if he got charged for murder, he might confess. I don't know. He'll probably never confess if he is involved. So Melanie Gibb, Lori's little lamb, is getting a lot of backlash over her little Dateline episode. That lady loves the spotlight. I told y'all as I was watching it, I thought she was just too happy and smiley during it. Now, I know you got to be friendly with the person that's interviewing you, but when she was talking and explaining everything, answering questions, it's just, she's smiling. She's weird. She's a weirdo. She is not a hero. Let me pull up this news article, and it's got some tweets at the end of the article. I'm going to read you guys what people were saying about her on Twitter. If I can get this to pull up. Hold on just a sec. Everything's being so slow this morning. Okay. Lori Vallow's former best friend, Melanie Gibb, is taking massive heat from Dateline viewers. Dateline's Monday night special, What Happened to JJ and Tylee, shined light on the case of missing Idaho children, Tylee Ryan and J.J. Vallow. But the special's main subject, Melanie Gibb, is catching backlash. Throughout the special, Gibb, Lori Vallow's best friend, gave never before revealed insight into the confounding case, which recently tragically led to the discovery of the two children's remains. Hold on, I gotta click on this to see the rest of it. Okay, so the children's remains on Chad Daybell's property. I really wish these people writing these articles would stop saying the two children's remains on their stepfather's Chad Daybell's property. He is not their stepfather. I don't know why they have to say that. Why not just say on Chad Daybell's property? Sorry, guys. That just irks me. Speaking with Dateline just a day after the remains were found, Gibb spoke on Lori and Chad's relationship, stating that she saw Daybell as the hand and her as the puppet on the hand. Gibb described Lori as manipulative and able to make you feel like what she was saying was true. She also recalled a phone call she had with Daybell in which he instructed her to not pick up her phone when the Rexburg police contacted her. As viewers tuned into the special, the criticism towards Gibb poured in on social media, with many claiming that she was complicit and didn't do enough to put an end to the series of events that would eventually lead to the deaths of Tylee and JJ. Let's see what social media had to say. Thank you, Mandy. That just burns me up when they say stepfather. They just throw that in there. I feel like they do it on purpose because they should just say on Chad Daybell's property. We know Chad Daybell is married to Lori. Everybody knows it. There's no sense in that. Okay, so I'm not going to read these people's names that tweeted. I'll just read you the tweets. Reaction to Dateline. OMG, Melanie Gibb, question mark. Really? Really? She's going to act like a victim? Here's another one. I'm not a big fan of Melanie Gibb. I'm glad she's cooperating now, but in my opinion, it's a little too late. Okay, here's the next one. How the F can you say Melanie Gibb is a hero, which she didn't even talk to or call the police back until December 6th? She heard Lori call Tylee a zombie spring of 2019. Alex's phone pings helped locate the bodies. Morons. That's what it said. She is not a hero. And I said this the other day when she heard Lori say that one of her kids, JJ and Tylee, both of them were zombies. She should have contacted CPS because that shows that someone is mentally unstable and not safe to be around the children. Okay. She is, okay, so here's someone replying to the previous comment of saying, the previous comment was, I'm not a big fan of Melanie Gibb. I'm glad she's cooperating now, but in my opinion, it's a little too late. So someone replied to that. She is absolutely complicit. She didn't report that Lori asked her to lie for a week, giving them lead time to leave town. Here's someone else. Yet, hashtag Melanie Gibb, you still for months and months remained quiet and going on with your prepper pride and loving hashtag Chad Daybell, and sad for Lori Vallow because she wasn't free to be with Chad, who she loves. Here's another one. It says hashtag Melanie Gibb will always be the woman who could have prevented 4 of the murders, and nothing can change that. She went on walks with Chad and Lori, where they told her Charles and Tammy were zombies, and that they had to die. Here's one. Melanie Gibb is no hero. She's disgusting, godless. Don't let her fool you. Calling her a hero is so far from the truth. She enabled those two. She left her religious teachings looking for Satan and found him. Amen. Here's a good one. Melanie Gibb is no hero. Hero saves lives, not stand by complacent while lives are being taken. Doing the right thing too late does not make someone a hero. It just saves their own ass. I got a cough, guys. These are some good tweets. Here's one. She's at ease, giggling about how silly she was not to realize her dear friends, who she still loves, are serial killers. She's not clueless. She had every clue. See, that's what I was saying about her interview. The way she was giggling, the way she smiles. She did it in her previous interview with East Idaho News too. Like, I would have been very upset if one of my friends murdered her 2 children. Come on. Melanie Gibb is so self-serving. Once Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell predicted the death of Charles Vallow, and he ended up dead, she knew those kids were in danger. Simple math, no matter what you believe. Amen to that, sister. Yeah. I mean, what would you guys do if one of your friends came to you and said, my kids are acting strange? They're zombies. That's not, their soul's gone. They're possessed. What would you guys do? You would probably hate to have to, get involved and call CPS, but you have to protect the children, right? That's what I would have done. If someone came to me and said that, I would have to, because I'd be afraid that, they might harm their kids. I would know that, they need help. Charles Vallow tried to get help 6 months before his death. I watched the body cam footage. He was afraid that she was going to hurt the children. He said it. Julie Jacqueline, thank you for the super chat, sister. Thanks. Appreciate it. Julie, I know you're from Hawaii, and the other day I felt so bad because I was talking about Chad and Lori, and I was like, they're stupid island. And I didn't mean like the way I said it, it sounded like I meant the island stupid. No, just them, and their idea that they were just going to live on an island together. Just so stupid. But I didn't mean to, offend you. If I did. Sometimes I'll say stuff and I'll be like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I might have hurt somebody's feelings. I would actually love to go to Kauai. Honestly. Now, Mark, my hubby, he's been to Hawaii. Yeah, thank you so much, Julie. I appreciate it. Yeah, I didn't mean it like that, Julie. I just mean, they're just stupid. They're just stupid. Okay, here's someone. Melanie Gibb could have saved these children's lives. She's as reprehensible as Lori, Chad, and Alex. What's reprehensible mean? I'll have to look that up. Kelly. Melanie G was in on the plan. Lori saying Tyler and JJ were zombies was just code for they are going to not live long. Hey, may be right. That could have been a code. This woman is a sheep. She's just saved her own ass. She comes out and wants to act like she's some kind of victim, like she was clueless. Bullcrap. I mean, she's like, well, I wasn't 100% on board with it, but you was somewhat believing it on board. She was on board with it some. I can't believe anyone would believe that, just even like a little bit, give it a thought of, oh, it could be real. Hell no. Like, yeah, some people have special gifts, right? And some people have had spiritual visions and stuff. And I do believe in that. But when are talking about zombies and stuff like that, now come on, who's going to believe that crap? She must be a real idiot. She's very, very weak-minded. She's just a sheep following. My goat Annabelle's got more of a mind than that Melanie Gibb. I swear to God. Seriously. Bieber. She knew she was off both of the Melanies. I'm sorry, they're all culpable in my opinion. Yes. Hey, Creative Revival. Thank you for joining the channel membership. It's good to see you, girl. I was just thinking about you the other day when I was looking at my Sunny Rooster t-shirt. I had it on. The one the white one that you sent me with his picture on it. I love that shirt. It's good to see you. Assuming you're still crafting. She's amazing. She can do anything. That girl's so talented. Yeah, she was also following Chad before Lori met him. You're right. She's just a complete idiot. Let me get to Lori's sister's statement, which really pissed me off. Let me get in my gallery here because I took screenshots of it. Also, they put out some satellite pictures that was took above Chad Daybell's property. And you could see the freshly dug grave where the ground had been disturbed. I'll show it to you guys in just a minute. Okay. Let me see if I can find the statement. Okay, right here it is. This is Summer Cox Shiflett. I think that's how you say her name. Here's her statement, Lori's sister. Because she defended her sister. I know there are people waiting for me to admit I was wrong. If that's all you want to know, wait, that might not be the beginning of it. Let me see. Let me find it, guys. I've got my screenshots I took. I got them mixed up. Okay. It says, we have prayed for the truth to come to light, but we never thought it would look like this. Believe me when I say this has looked very different from my perspective than what the public has seen. I know there's been people waiting for me to admit I was wrong. If that's all you want to know, here it is. I was wrong. I am extremely imperfect person that loves my family with all my heart, and I wanted to believe the best in them and held out hope for the best possible outcome. I've always said things truthfully as I understood them and will continue to do that as I learn new information. Let me see what else it said. Oh, I think I missed a part of it. One part she says, it's easy to jump on a bandwagon when you don't personally know all the people involved. When you've been up close and personal, you can't discount your own interactions and just go by what everyone else said. Lady, We wasn't going by everything everybody else said. We was going by the facts that your niece and nephew was missing, and your stupid sister wouldn't cooperate with investigators. What do you think people's going to think about that? It's not going to get a positive reaction, that's for sure. That statement just really pissed me off. I don't think I read it in order, but that one part when she says, I know people have been waiting for me to admit I was wrong. I would have never put out a statement like that if my sister had killed her own kids, my niece and nephew. Never would I have put out a statement like that. Smart aleck. That shows you what kind of people they are. They acted like a bunch of fruitcakes on that interview. Lori's sister and her mother. Yeah, we only have one life. Yeah, that's the same. You can either, when you super chat, you can either write a little message out or just send the sticker. It's the same thing. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. I'm going to go get some coffee. Okay. Sorry, guys. My apologies. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You're right, Norma. You're exactly right. Oh, it's okay. We only have one life. If you don't ask questions, you'll never know, will you? That's what I always say. Totally in denial. The warning signs were there. As soon as the children were missing, they should have told the police everything. They knew all about Lori and Chad. And you know what? I think they knew how Lori had been acting. Crap, they told everybody their crazy cult stuff. I don't even know the word for it. They knew. They had to have known that those kids, something was probably bad wrong. They had to have known. Surely, my God, they didn't believe that the kids were safe and sound. I didn't believe it. How could they believe it? She'd been acting crazy. Charles tried to get her help. The police really failed him. Really. I don't know what was going on with that police department either when Charles Vallow was shot and killed. Look how Lori acted when they were talking to her outside that day. She's like smiling. It's like, oh, we just moved in. What's the neighbors going to think? Kind of laughs. And just like she's just talking about, just everyday life or something. Had a pool party that day. I think what her and Chad planned on doing was killing Tammy and Charles and collecting the life insurance. They knew for a fact that they would collect Tammy's, Chad would. She wasn't for sure if she would collect Charles's or not. That's my opinion on it. She was hoping she would, but, after his death, she realized his sister was the beneficiary. What else was I going to say about those nuts? Oh, yeah, the satellite pictures. Let me take his banner down before I even... Lori is a wackadoo. She sure is. She is a nut. She's not the brightest crayon in the box, that's for sure. Their mom acts fruity too, nutty. I got a feeling that Alex was a really, of course he was, a really dark, dark person. Probably used to kill animals or something. Let me see if I can find it in my downloads. I'm not seeing it. I don't know what's going on with my Google Drive. Sometimes the stuff does not upload. Oh, I know what's wrong with it, I think. I'm on Sonny's account, Sonny's email account for his channel. I think. I'm not for sure. Let me just see if I can find it on Google instead of getting into my drive. That is so freaking annoying. Let's see. Right here they are. Well, let me just see if I can find the image instead of having to click on that article. Yeah, that's easier. Now, let me screen share it. Satellites are amazing. So they took these pictures, and you can see it's circled where the ground was disturbed. You can see the graves. So this is September 2019. In June 2020, same place, investigators found the remains. Sickos. Every one of them's responsible. Let's see this one. Satellite photo shows Chad Daybell property, likely day of child's burial. So this is likely the day that the remains was buried. Lori is the most responsible. She was their mother. I hope she rots in hell, just to be honest with you. I don't feel bad about saying that. Look what they done to these children. Tylee's body was burned. Some of the remains. Sick individuals. I believe Alex was their hitman. I believe he done the dirty work. A part of me's like, I really, really believe that he's the one that done the murders. But then there's part of me that's like, did he really do the murders? Because that was his niece and nephew. I'll just never understand this. And I'll never understand how a mother can harm her own children. Never understand that. Cora Lee, good evening. It's 11:27 here. Well, good evening. Hope you've been having a good night and welcome. It's like 11:26 a.m. here. They are strange, evil people. Yes, they are. Verbal. They all could have and should have protected those kids multiple times. Yeah, Charles Vallow's the only one that tried to get something done. He knew there was something bad wrong with Lori. In that body cam footage, he said she was, I can't remember his exact words, but something basically like she's nutty. Wackadoodle. Cece, where do we find those satellite photos? Hold on. I'll get you a link. Lissa. How are you doing, Lissa? All I punched in was Lori, when I was just now looking, Lori Vallow, satellite photos, Daybell property. But let me get you a link to an article. I think this is the Daily Mail. Let me just get the link. My Wi-Fi's slow today. Yeah, if you want to look at the pics, there's a good article by the Daily Mail. Cement shoes, Black Rose. Good morning. Cora Lee, Australian time. I love the Australian accent. I'd love to go to Australia. I want to go to the Australian Zoo so bad. So bad. No problem, Melissa. How did they think they were going to get away with that? I don't know how they thought that they were going to get away with, Charles, Tammy, the kids' murders. I believe they murdered Tammy. They needed her out of the way too. It's a possibility she died natural causes, but I don't think so. Anything's possible. Doing great, CC. I'm happy I caught your live. Oh, that's good, Alyssa. I see Very Mary. Hey, Very Mary. I think I missed you. Me too, CC. I'm a big Steve Irwin fan. Yeah, Steve Irwin, actually, he came to the Appalachian Mountains. He went up on Black Mountain, and they was filming an episode looking for rattlesnakes. And he came close to getting bit that day. Black Mountain's not too far from here. I think, so you can go up the Virginia side. I think he went in through the Kentucky side, though, I think. No way, CC. Tammy was murdered. I think she was too verbal. I just always like to say anything is possible. I mean, because it is possible that she died of natural causes. But I think they murdered her. For sure. Lisa thinks so too. Mel, our airports could be closed another year. Oh my gosh. We only have one life. The world was in. Hey, I wonder what Lori Bella's going to do when July 2020 comes and the world doesn't end. The apocalypse doesn't happen. How in the hell do these people, these religious cults like this, think they're going to get into heaven when they murder people? I don't understand that. God's not going to tell you to murder anyone. Not going to want you to. It's one of the 10 commandments. Thou shalt not kill. Hey, Jackie C., this case is so disturbing. Seems like a movie. Can't comprehend it. Jackie, I can't either. I can't comprehend this Melanie Gibb not doing anything when Lori Vallow said her kids were zombies. And she didn't think it was suspicious that Chad Daybell said, "Oh, I got a vision. Tammy's going to die. Tammy's dead. I got a vision. Charles is going to die. Charles is dead." She wasn't suspicious of that. That woman can say what she wants to. She played a big part in this, and she could have prevented the kids from being murdered. She is no hero. I don't know what to say about her. She's not very Christian-like. It's an idiot, complete idiot. How has this woman got through life? I mean, she is dumb as a box of rocks. She really is. Because they think they're gods. They're exempt. I can't believe Lori thought she was some kind of celestial being. And she was married, I think Charles said in that body cam footage, that one video, he said that Lori said she was married to an angel. Married to an angel. And he's telling the police all this, trying to get help. That same video, he says he's afraid, she might harm the children. Let's see what other notes I took. Lord bless you, is married to an angel. Oh, yeah. She said that Charles, Charles was no longer Charles. His soul was gone, and some Nick Snyder had took over Charles's body. Freaking nuts. Freaking lunatics. I don't know what you diagnose these people as. I wish somebody would evaluate them and diagnose them. They need a mental evaluation. She's married to the angel of death, like Feather said. Hey, Miss Jones. Oh, I'll tell Annabelle you said hi. I'm going to do a video later with Annabelle. I got her some cantaloupe, and I thought y'all might get a kick out of seeing how she reacts to it. I can't remember if she likes cantaloupe or not. I'm going to give the chicken some too. Oh, yeah. I forgot about the Ahmaud Arbery case, but the 3 guys that was arrested, the McMichaels and the other guy, they have been indicted now for murder. Their asses are gone. They're going to prison. They hunted this boy down and murdered him. He hadn't done a damn thing to him. Not a damn thing wrong. Stopped by a house for a drink of water, a house under construction. Other people had done it. He wasn't the only one. He just got a drink of water. He didn't take anything. He didn't do anything wrong. He just liked to get out and jog and get exercise. He was just minding his own business. Let me see what this says. The 3 men accused in the February 23rd shooting death of Ahmad Arbery were indicted Wednesday by a grand jury. The Glenn County grand jury has indicted Travis McMichael, his father Greg McMichael, and William R. Bryan on malice and felony murder charges in Arbery's death. The charges also include aggravated assault, false imprisonment, criminal attempt to commit false imprisonment. Ahmad, Ahmad, a 25-year-old black man, was jogging outside Brunswick, Georgia on February 23rd when Gregory McMichael and his son Travis chased him. The grand jury had been impaneled before a judicial emergency was imposed due to the pandemic. Social distancing protocols were followed when the jurors convened Wednesday morning. Arbery's family was notified today about the indictment. Um, After chasing Arbery that February day, Gregory McMichael told police that Arbery and Travis McMichael struggled over his son's shotgun. McMichael said 2 shots were fired before Arbery fell to the street. Gregory told officers that he thought Arbery looked like a person suspected in a series of recent break-ins in the area. No string of break-ins was reported in the more than 7 weeks before Arbery's death, and there was only one burglary report after a gun was stolen from an unlocked vehicle in front of the McMichaels' home. See, he lied. There was no one breaking in homes. People just stopped by that house that was under construction, nosing around. There was a white couple that stopped by there. They were on surveillance video. There was some kids seen walking around, and there were some kids on bicycles seen. These guys are racist. You cannot, that's not how you do a citizen's arrest. You can't just like suspect somebody of doing something and chase them down and gun them down. Like a citizen's arrest is like, if I looked out the door right now and saw someone breaking my neighbor's car window out, I could go out there, try to detain them. I wouldn't personally do that, but I'd call the police. But, I'm just giving an example. You don't pull guns on people and chase people down. Their ass is going to prison for murder, and that's right where they need to be. Gregory McMichael's little stupid ass daughter, and I'm going to call her stupid because she took pictures of Ahmaud on the ground, dead, and put it on Snapchat. Her daddy and her brother gunned that boy down, and she took pictures and put it on Snapchat. That shows you what kind of people they are. That girl's a lot, is older, and she knows better than that. Shows you she has no respect. Shows you what kind of parents she's got. She should have been charged with that. I reckon she got death threats and everything over that. I mean, I don't think she should have got death threats. Of course not. But what she did is so wrong and disgusting. She is a piece of crap in my eyes. And it's more than just a bad judgment call. It shows you what kind of person she is on the inside, how her mind thinks. Sickos. The whole family's sickos. You look at Travis McMichael's picture. He just looks like a racist. And after Travis and Gregory gunned Ahmaud down, Travis called him the N-word. They might get the death sentence. Who knows? I don't know if they'll be seeking the death penalty in this case or not. Should. They should. That was cold-blooded murder. And when I call Ahmaud a boy, I don't mean it in a bad way. It's just, to me, he was a kid, a young kid. How could someone do something like that? And they really thought that they were justified in what they did because, big fat daddy used to work for the police. It don't matter if he used to work for the police or if he still did work for the police. You don't chase people down and gun them down because you think that they did something. That boy, he tried every way in the world to get away from them, running down the ditch. And then, you have the neighbor joined in on the chase. Imagine how Ahmaud's mother feels. I can't imagine. Breaks my heart to watch her talk in those interviews. This case really gets me riled up. Young adult, yes. Kids, people that age in their 20s, I still consider them kids, because they're just so young. It's just really heartbreaking. Imagine what kind of police officer Gregory McMichael was. I'm sure he was a real pleasure. I know when he worked for the prosecutor's office, I think he was like an investigator. They said he slacked on his job. It was embarrassing. He looks like just a lazy ass to me. Think they're above the law. Think they're better than somebody because their skin is white. Daddy used to have a badge. Pisses me off. But anyhow, I'm not going to rant too much about it this morning because I could get really worked up. So let me get to the chat here. Because I was just looking at the top chat. Not a good person, period. No. If someone used to be a doctor, they're not allowed to practice now. No. If their license is still not good, they can't practice. Yeah, he sucks, Julie. April, that's the way I feel, April Sunsets. I feel like he was like hunted down by these predators. Hey, Dark Vision, enjoy your cigarette. Hey, I'm not supposed to smoke in here, but I only sneak and do it when I'm live. I really don't like to smoke in the house. I smoke outside most of the time. 99.9% of the time. Sometimes I try to mute and light it, but Dark busted me out. Okay, guys, so I'm getting ready to get off here, but before I do, I want to read y'all some of these trivia questions, just like maybe one or two, and see if y'all think they're too hard. I mean, maybe y'all know about international serial killers, because that's what the next chapter was in my book. Let me see. Like this question, I had no idea what it was. Who are the Rocky Mount 10? See, I didn't even know that. And then here's another one. What nickname was given to the killer of 8 London prostitutes from 1959 to 1964? See, these questions were hard. I wasn't for sure if people, would have a hard time answering or not. Won't be any fun if, if they're too hard. Ted Bundy. Let me go back and see what the answer is. Well, I can't find it now. Chloe, hold on. I'm coming, sister. My dog, she's coming here to get me. Now I can't find the page. But I don't think the answer was Ted Bundy. Mandy, you always answer Ted Bundy. Oh, the Ripper. No, I know it wasn't the Ripper because it was in the 50s. Now I can't find it. Jesus. Then here's one. Why was a series of child killings in the early 1970s called the Alphabet Murders? These are some hard ones. Then the next one. What nickname was given to the killer who buried victims in the New Mexico desert? These are hard ones. We'll play, though. If you guys want to play and you don't think they're hard, we will play probably, what is today? Thursday? We can play in the morning if you think the Yorkshire Ripper. I think you're right on that first one. April. Cece, my baby does the same thing. She wants all my attention. Yes, I got 4 babies. 2 beagles, Schnauzer, and a little Yorkie. Chloe's the one in here whining. She's the Yorkie, and she's an old lady. She keeps scratching her ear. I'm going to have to take her to the vet again and get some more eardrops, aren't we? When I first got her, see, she was Mark's Granny's dog. She had a problem with her ear. And Granny Wilma passed away, so I had to take Chloe in because nobody wanted her. I don't think they're hard until I answer every question wrong. Well, there they are. Can we find a different trivia? Yeah, see, I thought they were kind of hard too. Let me just see. We may play trivia tomorrow. We may not. Let me see if I can go through the rest of this book and find a different chapter with some easier questions. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get off here, go see what Chloe wants. She's wanting me to go let her out. I'm coming, baby. And I will see y'all in the morning, same time, same place. Thanks for chatting. Thank you to all you that support me. I appreciate it. Love y'all. Have a great day. Be kind. Peace. I'm coming, guys. Calm down.